In this video we're going to review this Regressed Smart downlight from Luceco. Now there's quite a bit to unpack from that intro alone, but before we get to that, let's just say that we've produced a review of the entire Luceco Smart range as a standalone video and created a free accredited learning package on smart technology to help you with your CPD. So please do go and check those out by clicking on the link in the description below or by heading over to the know-how page on eFIXX.co.uk or the course page on lucecoacademy.com. So let's talk about the fitting. We said in the intro that it's a regressed fitting, not a recessed fitting. So what's that all about? Well, basically it means that the LED light source is set a bit further back than normal, and this has the advantage of reducing a factor called glare, which is when the light source creates a dazzling effect or a bit of discomfort in the eyes of someone looking in the direction of the fitting. The front of the fitting also comes with a magnetic bezel, which allows for easy replacement if you're changing the look of a room, or temporary removal if you're painting around it. Of course, it's a Luceco fitting, so that means you've got all those excellent normal features such as push-fit terminals for easy fitting and removal for maintenance, cable grips designed around the cables that electricians actually use, and it can be covered over with insulation as well. And on top of all this, it's rated at IP65, meaning that it's appropriate for use in bathrooms. Now the driver and LED are separate, which is becoming a little unusual in the world of regressed or recessed downlights these days, but it's because this houses the equipment that makes this light fitting smart, and it does have some very smart features indeed. Before we look at some of those, let's just briefly talk about the invisible infrastructure that makes the Luceco Smart range really beneficial. The fittings rely on the Wi-Fi network for their control and communication with each other, and also for control when the user isn't in range of the lights. As long as they have some kind of internet connection to their mobile device, they can control the lights from anywhere in the world. So you can turn them on and off from here, or even here. Now, most low-cost smart devices that use Wi-Fi make an individual connection to the network router in the property, vying for bandwidth with all the other devices relying on the internet as well, which could potentially consist of streaming a movie in Ultra HD, watching a YouTube tutorial for homework, playing an online video game and having a Zoom call with friends, and that's just one member of the household. So you can imagine that volleying another set of Wi-Fi dependent devices onto the network could cause some issues. But this is where the Luceco Smart system has a really clever feature that's normally only seen on more expensive products, and that is that it creates a mesh network. Now what this means is that all the devices connect to each other to form a net of connections, which makes the system really dependable and can even extend the network out to areas not covered by the Wi-Fi router. The really clever thing that it does though is the smart network as a whole only connects one device to the internet, and then all the other smart devices connect through that one master device. Now, if that's making your head reel at the thought of assigning master devices and extending networks, then don't worry, because it all happens automatically. So if you've got a typical kitchen, you may think about installing, say, 6 fittings. In most affordable smart systems, that would mean 6 separate connections to the wireless router. With the Luceco Smart system, it's only 1, leaving plenty of bandwidth for the kids to watch fail compilation videos. It really is very clever, and as we've said, not a feature that you'd expect to find at this price point. Diving into the app, fittings can be grouped together. So going back to our kitchen example, if you've got 6 of these regressed fittings, you can tell the app that you want them all to perform the same function at the same time, meaning that you don't have to tell each individual fitting what to do. You can also assign the lamps, fittings and sockets to different rooms for easy identification and control. You'll also find in here the controls for the dimming. So as you can see here, we can change the light output up and down by means of this sliding bar. And we've got 2 options for changing the colour output. One is RGB colour, which allows us to change the colour of the light output using this colour wheel. And by combining different levels of the red, green and blue LEDs in the fitting, we can get a broad range of colour output. The other type of colour changing this fitting will do is sometimes referred to as colour tuning, and it's changing what's referred to as the colour temperature of the fitting. So using this slider, you can change how warm or cool the light output is from a cosy 2700 Kelvin to a really cool 6500 Kelvin. You've also got this effects button, which takes you into a sub-menu with some pre-programmed functions which range from stored white temperatures and colours to red, green and blue smooth cycling, single colour pulses, your own choice of smooth colour change and even disco flash. And of course, scenes can be created with the downlights or include other products in the BG Luceco Smart range such as lamps and socket control devices, details of which can be found in our CPD video. So there we go. This is a really smart light fitting, and it's just one of the devices that's on offer in the Luceco Smart range. Again, for more information, please check out the video we made on the range as a whole. And for a wider understanding of smart technology as a whole, please go and check out that free training package we've made to help you with your CPD by clicking on the link in the description below, or by heading over to the know-how page on eFIXX.co.uk or the course page on lucecoacademy.com. But as always, we want to hear from you. Are you already diving into the world of smart? Does this light fitting and range give you the confidence to give it a go? Have you used smart tech in any interesting and creative ways? Whatever your thoughts and questions, please leave them in the comments section below. And as always, thank you very much for watching.